Ooh, that was different. I don't know if everybody heard that. This is my phone. I record every other time. I don't know why I did that. All right. So, okay. So let me say here. Hello. Thank you for being here at our last school year PTA meeting. It's been another year. It's been another crazy year, and hopefully, slowly but surely, things are getting back to normal. I am going to share my screen. Let me just call up the minutes quick. And I will do that first. Okay, let's see if this works. My apologies for needing to be out of the house. I'll make this slightly difficult. Everything on your screen will be recorded. Sure. Okay. That's not helpful at all, is it? Oh no.
You got to slide out of that. Once you hit that, you got to slide out of it and then go to what you need to on your screen. I do it every day in school.
Oh, okay. All right, let's try that.
And then just slide up and then go to where you need to.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes, we can hear you.
You can hear me and see? Awesome. All right, so here's the minutes from May. All right. That worked?
Yeah, you're good. That worked.
Okay. I can't. You all disappeared from me. All right, there you are. Okay, great. Wonderful. Somebody speak up, please. Make a motion to approve the minutes. Thank you, Jen. And somebody speak up to second it. I can't see you all, so I need to speak up.
I'll second.
Thank you. And before I forget too, if everybody could please do me a favor of just dropping your name in the chat. That's the easiest way we have to take attendance, just in case, your Zoom says, Bobby's Zoom classroom or whatever. That way we know who you are. And we appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. So, so, like every other month, right? That's laid plans. I will, Rachel, are you on?
I'm here.
There you are. Okay. I will show my, the other screen and then you can tell us about that. All right. So do I remember what to do? Share content. Screen. Start. Okay. All right.
You are so fast. All right. That's the A part.
Okay, hang on. Is that all I have? Because those aren't anything, and that's just the minutes. Hang on. Did you send me another?
I did last night.
All right, hang on. Let's look then.
for this morning.
There it is. There we go.
Okay. And I'm getting some crazy feedback. I'm sorry if I keep pausing. All right. So our balance on hand, 10,951. We had a couple checks. From the fund. Income also included. Technically, the plan sale. I listed it. A whole bunch of checks and cash coming in, but again, we didn't do it as an actual fundraiser. The sixth grade made 173. The Pura Vida bracelet sale brought in 469. And we also had deposit from Amazon Smile for 33.50. Expenses included the teacher appreciation lunch from Pickle Barrel, $290.45. The plant sale we paid out at cost, and then there was a $30 delivery charge. Sixth grade had a deposit for Vazzies. And the cost for the Pura Vida bracelet sale was $300. So profits overall were 412. And the sixth grade did a really great job on their fundraiser. Their balance as of today is $3,097.60. But there's a bunch going out for yearbooks. They have their picnic tomorrow, so there'll be some money coming out. And
Great.
that's it.
Does anybody have any questions for Rachel? Speak up if you do, because I can't see all of you at once. Huh?
Me, we do.
Go ahead.
Rachel, years past, we were able to get advanced if we needed to for funding things. For example, we're getting ready to spend a good amount of money on gift cards as gifts for students and teachers. Is there a way to do that still where we get the funds in advance, or do you have to have us use our money up front?
That is a good question. I know if there's a vendor involved, I'm able to write a check directly. But I haven't come across it before. Annie, do you happen to know?
I don't.
I know that we
reach out to Amanda Marshall and see how they handled that in the past.
Maybe Amanda did it. It might have been the end of, I knew in the beginning of my PTA career, they were able to do it for like the holiday fair. They would give me $200 in cash for singles for the whatever, or, those kinds of things. So I'm not sure if we can't get it, we're just going to have to, as parents, put the money up front and then get a check from you, which would be basically me just saying like, here's a receipt from the ice cream store or whatever. So
just submit that with the reimbursement form.
It would be easier if we could get it up front instead of reimbursed is what I'm saying. So if you could find that out for me, that'd be helpful.
I will. Yeah, I'll let you know.
Thank you.
Sure.
All right. Were there any other questions?
Annie, do we want to ask Rachel now about what we spoke about with the SNAP fundraiser funding, or
yeah, we can. So Rachel, we had, the big fundraiser for sixth grade was that SNAP raise through an online program. And, we're not going to get that check for, I think 2 weeks or so. So, the question was, and I assume that it looks from your report like this shouldn't be a problem, would be that if the PTA general fund could cover, if we have all our last end of the year expenses before that check comes in, and it doesn't look like it would be a problem to cover, right?
There's plenty of money.
There is, yeah.
Rachel, I have an email showing how much the funds are going to the school to your attention. That's where the check is being sent. I will email that to you later.
Oh, great. Thanks, Jen.
Yep, you're welcome.
Actually, this is a good question. Mrs. Guarini, how long past the last day of school is there somebody, grabbing mail or in the building?
Till July 1st.
Okay. So that should be fine. Thank you. All right.
Yes.
All right, Mrs.
I'm sorry, Tammy said that the check took 2 weeks, and I think the fundraiser ended on May 26th, so it should be coming soon. So before July 1st, I would imagine we should get that check.
It might just be close with the end of the last day of school. So,
Yes, exactly.
yeah, great.
So
All
if
right,
the
Mrs.
funds after school is out, who do you want me to contact?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, Mrs. Greeny, do you have an update on all things for us?
Couple of things. I just wanted to start with thank you all for all of your support this year. It's been a tremendously different, somewhat challenging year for all of us, and it was really important that we had your partnership, and everyone at the building really appreciates everything that all the parents have had to do over the year and a half-ish since our whole world's kind of changed. So I just wanted to start by saying thank you to everybody for all of your help. If you haven't had a chance to look at it yet, the district has their proposal for what the plan for school is going to look like for the fall. It's published on the Stratford Family Information Hub. So if you haven't had a chance to look at it yet, there isn't anything exactly specific yet, but it does outline that distance learning will no longer be an option for Stratford Public Schools next year. So your choices as a parent would be to send your children into school, or if you would rather choose to disenroll them and homeschool them or send them to a private school. So we won't be offering any kind of online option. Proposed as of right now, it would be a 5-day in-school full week schedule. The terms of masks, distancing, all of those guidelines, they said that it partly depends on the vaccine availability, especially at the elementary level. So right now, there's a very good likelihood that we will be returning to school in the fall, still wearing masks, still distancing. We have gotten the approval to take away the plastic barriers. So last week, the teachers did take those down if all of the desks are facing the same direction. If the kids are going to be in clusters, in groups, then they still have to have the dividers up. But if everyone's facing one direction, a lot of the teachers kept all of the desks separate just so that they can take the barrier down. So we are making some steps, more toward normalcy in air quotes, but we really don't have exact guidelines yet as to what the fall is going to look like. So
Am I frozen or is Mrs. Greeny frozen?
I think she's
I think she-
frozen.
I think Garini.
Okay.
homeroom, mix the grade levels, all of that kind of stuff is all still up in the air. So I don't really have good answers yet as to, what is open house going to look like and book fairs and things like that. So we just have to kind of plan for, we might still be where we are now.
Mrs. Green,
Okay.
can I just ask a logistical school question in terms of like, if there's not a vaccine and we're quarantining kids, they're going to be obviously missing 2 weeks of school. Is that just 2 weeks missed learning, or is there going to be some sort of supplemental online work at that point? Or has that not been decided?
I haven't been given information regarding that. Like as of right now, when we all came back in and Dr. Robinson said, like, here's the cutoff, you make your decision, you're in, you're out. The only students at this point who are getting distance learning are people who are committed to being out the whole year, or if they're on a quarantine status, then they can choose to be distance learning. But if you just decide to stay home for one day, then there's no distance learning right now. So I would assume that in the fall, we would have to continue something like that if we do still have a quarantine going on. That hasn't been brought up yet, but that's a great question. Going along with the return to school, right now we have 2 additional tutors that have been working with our students during the day, funded through the ESSER, COVID relief funding. So staying with us next year, and those tutors plan to stay. So it's a nice addition because we have our 2 building tutors that we've had for several years now. We also have 1 Title I tutor, and now we have these 2 ESSER tutors. So we actually have 5 tutors working with our students. They're all doing different combinations of reading, math, different grade levels, and we're working on all of that learning recovery piece just to try to get everybody caught back up. And then in fall, we're hoping to also add in the after-school tutorial We were not able to have it this spring because we did not have any applicants, unfortunately. No one was interested when the position was posted. So hopefully in the fall, things may change with people's schedules and we might have someone willing to do the position. And then I know Mrs. Bausher, you asked about retirements and staff changes, things like that. So officially, as of right now, Mrs. Demetriadis, our art teacher, will be retiring at the end of the year. The position will be posted externally soon. Ms. Katzen has also chosen to retire at the end of this year. And because we're going down to 2 first grades, there won't be another replacement for first grade. We have 2 kindergartens, so it's just the natural attrition. Mr. Tony is in fact retiring. He just decided that quite recently. So again, I don't have any information about a replacement yet. The position will get posted internally first. So if there's a custodian within the district that's interested in moving, we could possibly have an internal candidate taking it. If not, then we would be posting it outside. And then if you've been watching anything with the budget cuts, we are going to be unfortunately losing Miss Karoglian due to teacher bumping. And that is caused by a teacher in another school. Her position was cut. She has more seniority. The 5 least senior teachers in the district have been given like a release. And unfortunately, Ms. Karoglian does fall into that category. So we will be having a new 5th grade teacher that will be a teacher from within the district. I'm just not sure yet which teacher it will be. So we do have a couple of staff changes that I know about right now. And unfortunately, sometimes things do change over the summer too. So we might have more updates when we come back in August. And that was it for me.
We will definitely send them a little gift, but we will miss Miss Katz and Miss Demetriadis and Mr. Tony quite a bit, of course.
Yes.
Yes. Does anybody have any questions for Mrs. Greeny? If you do, just go ahead and ask them. So, Mrs. Greeny, it sounds like, so for right now, we'll just, kind of assume status the same for the fall as what's going on right now, as far as not being in the buildings and any of that sort of stuff.
As of right now, they said mostly at the elementary level will most likely stay very similar to the way we are.
Okay. Do you know if that do you not know at all if that means you'll be doing any kind of kindergarten welcome night or anything?
If we're allowed to, we will most likely do it. It would be like August 30th is the first day that the teachers are back.
Uh-huh.
So depending on whatever the health department, the superintendent, the state level, all of those different, whatever guidance we have for them at that point. If we're allowed to do something in person outside, then we would be scheduling it. We would be finding out in August. We return August 16th.
Okay.
So once we come back after the summer break, we usually have like admin meetings, and that's when we get all the updates about what we're doing in terms of PD and different dates for things. So we would be able to find out, closer to the end of August.
Okay. I'm good. So that we can at least have something on the books, I'm going to put in, I know we tentatively talked about an outside book fair for the dates of what open house would be, whether or not we have it or not.
Right.
We can always rearrange from that point on, but just so that we have something in their schedule. We want to make sure we do that. But yeah, definitely let us know for kindergarten night, and regardless, we will be looking for current kindergarten parents. If you liked waking up to a special treat on the first day of school, we have a job for you that you can pass along to the incoming class and leave them a special treat as well. But we will be reaching out about that as well. All right. I would like to let everybody know we got several lovely thank you notes, cards from teachers about Teacher Appreciation Week that came to all of the PTA, and we know that they deserve it. We're glad to do things for them. The PTA also gave a small gift to Mr. Ray, our crossing guard, who is leaving us as well. He's he's something, he's many years young, and I think his legs were just not holding up anymore, but he is so fantastic. And he seemed so touched. We gave him a gift certificate to the diner, and he was just very touched to get a gift from all the parents. And I said to him, anytime you want to come and yell at cars misbehaving in that intersection, we would love to have you. Let's see. We will, the due date isn't till the fall, but we will be looking for a volunteer to audit our books. That just means looking over them. I'm sure some of you have done it before and hear us ask about it every year. It's not a terribly intensive thing. We just have to have some outside eyeballs take a look at everything and make sure it all looks good for us. And so if that's something, it's a wonderful way to volunteer. That's, you can kind of do it on your own time, and it's something we need done, and it's a good way to participate that we really appreciate. Okay. I think that is all I have for the moment. Does anybody have any questions or things they would like to bring up?
I have a question.
Yes.
It's going back to 6th grade committee. Sorry to overlap, but
no problem.
The balloon arches and the balloon towers, do we want that for the car loop, or do we want that for the walkout?
Do we want to do the arch for the walkout and towers for the loop? So like they have an arch to walk out under?
You meaning ask her to divide it?
Could we, you think?
I don't really know what she's bringing. It might be a lot smaller than what we're thinking. So I don't want to get overexcited,
Okay.
Can you do what you ordered for the car thing and then ask her how much a balloon arch would be?
Yeah.
For the walkout?
She's making me an arch.
Oh.
Like a small arch and 2 towers, she said. Again, it's only $70, so I'm not expecting anything.
I'm wondering if we spent another $60, $70 if we could get a little bit of a bigger arch.
Okay.
So for the walkout, right?
We just have to pick what day, or if we're gonna do for both.
I think having an arch for the walkout would be a nice little special thing that they could, a cute little photo op and.
Okay.
Way for them to
so
exit.
Let's try to make that happen somehow, some way.
Do both. Go big.
Do both?
Yeah.
I'm hoping she can do both. Okay.
This is how we go big.
Go big.
All right.
Okay.
So because we obviously are unable to do so many of the wonderful activities that we love and cherish, we do have some funds that are carrying over. Mrs. Greeny, I didn't know if you knew of any special requests or things that the school thought that they could use that we could perhaps give to the school with those funds this year.
We did have one idea from Miss Sawyer, tentative planning. She met with Chad Esposito, who's the director of public works for the parks and the schools, and she was talking with him about getting lower basketball hoops on the blacktop for the younger kids who can't reach the full height basketball hoops. So she spoke with him about installing 2 hoops on the blacktop area, and then she called it a shooter. I don't know what it is, but I guess it's almost like a tower, and just to practice throwing the ball in. It has the different tunnels that they come out.
Oh yeah.
And, I guess they have them at some of the other elementary schools. She wanted to put that on the grounds too, closer near the playscape.
Okay.
So,
all right.
We did not get any kind of cost or anything like that. We just gave him our tentative ideas, where we would want things, what kinds of things we were looking for. He was going to research through their equipment companies that they purchase through to get some type of a price, and then he would be able to find out how much the town would be able to pay, and then if there was any difference, possibly looking into asking PTA or Father's Club, because that would be a nice gift to the school forever.
It would be, yeah. And lower hoops in the ball shooter would be nice for for our
Yeah.
population, you know, for
Yes.
our little guys.
Yes.
That would be a nice thing. Yeah. Okay. Well, definitely let us know because we would like to do that. So barring that, I think that I'm sorry, did somebody have a hand up or say something? All right. Well, barring that, I would just like to say thank you all so much for, you know, for everything this year. This, as we all had said, this has been a difficult year and a crazy year. And you know, I'm so very, very appreciative to everybody who has volunteered and very especially to the board. And, you know, some people have just really, really stepped up and done such a wonderful job. And, you know, we appreciate that a great deal. You know, stay tuned. Don't unfollow the Facebook group over the summer. How about that? Because, you know, planning for a continued crazy year, we certainly want to try to do a few more interesting things and see how we can rethink some things and really work on doing a good job of solidifying our community, because I think, you know, every school in town has the things that make them special. And I really think that the strength of Wilcoxson's community is one of the things that really makes us special. When we need something or something needs to be done, people step up and they help us out and they do it. We will also over the summer be having some work days just weeding and on the grounds, and we are going to be giving away a little prize. If you come and help out, you get into a little raffle and might win something pretty neat. So that be on the lookout for that as well. And let me check to make sure, since I'm on here, there's nothing in the chat. Nope. Okay. All right. Wonderful. Thank you all so very, very much. Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Rachel, if you could hang on a second. And Jen, if you want to hang on a second too.
Yeah.
Thank you. And Candace, was that you that came in at the end? I don't know if she left.
I didn't see her. I just did one more screenshot and it had 9 people and I didn't see her, so I don't think.
Somebody just joined at 7:30 and I'm just seeing now her message that said that she had something going on until 7:30. So I wasn't sure if that was her. No,
Amy,
does not look like.
Or did you meet the other Jen on?
I'm sorry, the other Jen, not you, Jen.
Sorry, there's too many of them.
Yeah,
No?
sorry.
No, you've been on too long. You get to go.
Oh no! Wait, Rachel.
I just
Rachel
saw
got off by accident.
I'll just ask her quick. Can you log back in?
Yeah, I'm typing to her right now.
I'm just curious if we have anything left in like the, you know, what under what line we could do a couple of you know, little gifts for the retirees.
I know, that's so many.
I know. Mr. Tony, he was the only one that I knew of, which is why I asked, because I thought, God forbid, there's other people retiring and we didn't know. And we, you know, my daughter heard Mr. Tony was, and so.
I know, we have a connection to Mrs. Dean. I had no idea.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh, there she is. Let's see. You ran away too fast.
Exactly. You're not getting off that easy.
I told her I tried to unmute to say goodbye and you leave.
And you kicked off. Yeah. It happens. It happens. No, I was just gonna say I didn't know if we had a line item or what, so that we could get a small gift for Miss Katz and Miss Demetriadis and Mr. Tony.
Yeah, well, I mean, with that,
didn't
under
you
staff
say-
appreciation, because we have a bunch of money left over.
Oh yeah, we could definitely, absolutely. Yeah. What did you say, Jen? Sorry.
$500. I
that
can't
way.
spell it, so I was doing it by sight. But what about the fifth grade teacher too, Mrs. Yeah.
Caroglian?
Yeah, but would she get something too though? Because she's leaving now, right?
Yeah,
Or-
she's only been with us the 1 year.
Yeah, I don't know anything. Like I like second year
I know.
mom, and it
We
hasn't
can,
been a
you know
year.
what, listen, we can certainly send something small in a small card just saying, you know, we hope
Yeah, I
you,
had
you know,
no
enjoyed
idea.
your,
I just
yeah, we hope you enjoyed your time with us. But gosh, Katz and Demetriadis and Mr. Tony, those are 3 people who have been here a long time. I'm gonna miss Mr. Tony so much. I gotta tell you guys, he is my favorite because he sits around and talks smack about all the other teachers with me,
oh my
and it's
God.
the best.
Like the
Like
best
when I
insider.
was there for Girl Scouts, or he and I, the hijinks we've had, I said, oh God, I'm gonna miss him. He and I, one time we had a Mexican musical group for a assembly, and they did 2 of them, but there was a break in between. So we thought they left the building. Turns out they were behind the curtain on the stage sleeping.
Oh my gosh.
And Tony like stumbled over them. It was hysterical. He's like, what am I supposed to do? It was great. He's just really wonderful. So somebody had mentioned, I thought that this was good, is we could get him like a gift card to an art supply store, like a nice art supply store. Because he is a phenomenal artist. And you know, he's also a pain in the ass in that he's never asked us for anything other than Slim Fast, which is the funniest thing ever. But you know, we want to get him something. I was thinking that and I saw like a keychain and it says you can't retire from being awesome. And so I was thinking I want to get like, I'm gonna see if I can get, if like at the mall I can get it like Mr. Tony Wilcoxson, you know, 2021 on it or something. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Miss Demetriadis, we could certainly do that too. My kids never had Miss Katzen. I'm not sure. You know, for the 6th grade teachers, we're getting them gift cards to Mellow Monkey. Do you think she would?
Oh, nice.
I always feel like Mellow Monkey is one of those great stores where it's like the stuff is lovely, but like it's the kind of stuff like you tend to not spend your own money on, you know, for yourself.
You go
to buy gifts for people, so it's
you'd find something no matter what you like.
Yeah, and it's nice to get a gift card because then you can buy yourself something. Lovely. Okay, so what do you guys think is an appropriate amount? I'll do art. Mellow.
I don't know.
I know. I mean, I don't think it has to be. I don't think it needs to be anything huge, you know. I mean, do we think that 25 is too little?
I was kind of thinking like at least 50.
Yeah, like 50.
That's fine.
We got money to burn.
I know. As you know, it continues the crazy year in that, I mean, normally Guarini comes to us with a list, like pages and pages of, can you buy a rug for this room? This room's thing broke. Can you do this? Can you do that? You know, and you know, we'll buy a shooter, but like, you know, we're happy to fulfill all those other little things.
There's no rugs and nobody can touch anything to break it.
This is true.
Like I feel like just got through it. So next year, like the goal to be like work off the new norm. I think everyone is like okay now mentally and stable that we could all try to brainstorm of like the new norm.
Yeah, no, I definitely I would very much like to like really think of a few events and say, you know, how can we do this? If we can't, you know, get into what is another way in which we can do X event, you know? We can't have a dance at the Baldwin Center. Well, can we have a dance on the beach, you know, and have a DJ blast out from there? And
even at the Green, how the Green had offered to do talent show. There's the pavilion and all the grassy area. And now they blocked a lot off, like with the barriers.
Yeah.
They
that'll be outdoor resources. to brainstorm together.
And yes, and we had with the green, we had pretty much settled with them everything that it would have been totally doable had my husband and daughter not caught COVID. It would have been doable to do a talent show.
I didn't know your daughter got sick too.
My little one, yeah. Well, she was never sick. I mean, we were very, very lucky. She tested positive. She never had any symptoms. Ben was the only one who had symptoms. So we were lucky in that, but it threw, total wrench into all of those plans. Hey, sure. Candace, we were just finishing up. Mrs. Greeny was telling us that Miss Demetriadis, Miss Katzen, and Mr. Tony are all retiring. I know, that's a big three. That's a big three. And we're losing Mrs. Karoglian. 5 teachers in the district are going. And because she's low woman on the totem pole in the district, we'll be getting somebody from another school, but she's leaving.
Couldn't she go to second grade? Because we're going to need a third teacher for second.
Well, because it's 5 teachers across the district with the budget they've approved. They've got to get rid of 5 teachers. Yeah. Wow. And so it's just the 5 most recent hired. It's not, unfortunately, she seemed lovely,
Because Lordship kindergarten teacher I think she chose nickel. They try to rehome the ones with the tenure, they get first grabs.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. So who knows? Because we've had teachers come back, that left us for other schools and come back again. And so, never know. Man, I would love, when Lila was littler, we had Ms. Mooney was our art teacher. And I don't know if she went to another school or she was not of retirement age. I would love it if we got her back. She was amazing. She was really lovely. But a new art teacher might be I love Ms. Demetriadis. She's wonderful. I know that she's very much looking forward to retirement. I wonder if, we'll have to see, maybe perhaps we can try to partner with a new art teacher, maybe in respect to Reflections in the fall, but seeing maybe a way that the PTA can better support, the woman has whoever it's going to be, has no classroom, has no space. I don't know about your kids, but the only thing my kids brought home this year were crayon drawings. That's it.
One Play-Doh project.
Yeah. And that's that's obviously a huge difference than in the past when there's just, so I don't know if she's
no art room.
There's no art room. It's a 5th grade classroom.
Wow.
How did I not know that? Oh, because we can't go to the school.
It's terrible. Literally the year she lost it, the PTA had put aside the funds. We were going to get her a kiln for clay work. She was so excited that she had figured out a way to redo her whole closet to put a kiln in there. Yeah. So literally she has under the stairs where she stashes a cart. And that is it. So, yeah. So,
it's ready though.
Yeah. So maybe we can, see if there's a way that we can support whoever that is, whether it's in getting, is there an alcove where we could stick a portable shelving unit so she can put projects that need to dry or something? Can we somehow, they've always told us we could do whatever we want with the little tiny room off the kitchen. Can we maybe somehow rework some of that to, maybe give her a tiny bit of space? So we'll see. Another good person, I don't know if anybody knows Aubrey Buska. She's a parent at Wilcoxson, but she's the art teacher at Whitney. Might behoove us to reach out to her and see, if she's had has any creative solutions for art teacher challenges. But yeah, so it all looks good. I don't know if you had heard the tail end there of the 6th grade classroom. In the past, it was really sweet. They had the kids all line the hallways and cheer the 6th graders out the door. They can't do that, of course. The other thing they can't do, which is one of my favorites, is they would bus all of the seniors back to their elementary schools in their caps and gowns and let them walk the hallways and have the school cheer for them. And they get to see all their old teachers. And that was always really special. And it's a big bummer that none of that is happening. So we're going to try to get a balloon arch. And I don't know if you heard me shushing all the parents at the beginning of the meeting when Garini signed on, because we were getting a little punchy in our ideas for what to do to the sixth graders as they march out with silly string, and somebody wanted to shoot dollar bills at them out of one of those, things. And somebody else was talking about, confetti or whatever. And we're like, oh God, Mr. Tony's going to kill us. But so that's when I told them all to be quiet. So I don't know what we're going to do besides at least a balloon arch and cheer for them on the last day. So they're going to come out first. We'll put a note for people if they want to come and cheer. They're going to have them all come out. Then they can have the bus kids go back through to the front of the school, and the car line kids go to the gym. But that way they'll all get to come out to cheers. So trying hard with that sixth grade, man. It's rough.
Yeah.
It's rough. Their picnic's tomorrow, and now their picnic's been cut in half. So luckily we had already boosted the food truck and the ice cream truck to come earlier. So yes. So I need to wrap my head around getting my kid out of sixth grade and looking at my summer. If I think everybody, I don't know, did anybody say if they were going away or anything? And we'll come up with a couple of dates that maybe see if they work, and if everybody wants to gather somewhere, and we will just go through the calendar from beginning to end. We'll do everything from plan out what we would do if we can, to everything, to other things that we want to do that, just in case, or, alternate ideas and all of that. And then take a look at the budget too. We usually do that at least once to just to see, like, did we way overspend in this department, and should we change that line item, that sort of thing, and just see what that looks like. But of course, it'll look a little different this year. But hopefully I can't imagine the shooter and the installation of the shooter would be some huge amount. So maybe we can at least do that for them.
That'll be great.
That would be nice.
We have 1,300 left.
And Rachel, no, you don't know about the flooring, do you? For the Gaga pit?
Okay,
what about
I gotta
it?
find out who's got the quote for the company for that, because I know that now we have 2 sixth grades that put aside money for it. We just need to get it done. And then I don't know, we're gonna make a sign or something. I guess the other issue is people that walk their dogs just fling their dog poo into the Gaga pit.
What?
So that's not good. If we can get people to not do that, that would be nice. But hopefully if we get the flooring, maybe we can make a little sign that says, we don't poop on your playground. Please don't let your dog poop on ours, or something. I don't know about you guys. I personally, more voices always works. I've already called Public Works myself. There is rampant poison ivy along our school playground, along the edge of the fence. Happens every spring. There's currently 7 kids in sixth grade at least alone that are disasters of poison ivy. They tell me every year it's that the plant is rooted on the other side of the fence, so they can't get rid of it, and all they can do is weed whack it back, but they're not doing a good job. And so sometimes they just need 20 people to call and say, do this now, please. But other than that, I think that's it. All right. Sound good? Jen, did you, I don't know if we looked at, or did we make a decision about, what's his name? Miss Savage, the guy who does.
Yeah. Glenn. No,
You're muted.
No. Am I?
What?
I'm muted, right?
No, I can hear you.
Unless it's me. Can you guys hear her?
Yeah.
Yep.
I hear you.
You can hear her. I can't.
Oh.
Great.
We didn't decide on that yet.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how you feel about if you want to do the same old, or if you're interested in trying to do something different, or what.
I know. I want to look through that binder. I have the binder finally to see what the other options are. But is that something everyone looks forward to, or is it just it's there so we do it? I
think it's one of those things that people expect, but I don't know. But I don't know that it's not. Excuse me. I don't think that it is such a huge money getter that it's, we should definitely do it kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, I was interested to wonder, like, is it different in the spring? Like, we never went over that. If the spring catalog was different than the fall, maybe like switch up the seasons and it would give different options.
Yeah, nope, that's entirely, and actually that might make sense too, because then maybe you would try something different in the fall, and if it,
Yeah.
falls completely flat, we know that we have that option for the spring.
Yeah.
Yeah. On my agenda for when we meet over the summer too is I'm also very interested in and I know that this is gonna ruffle feathers, not with you guys, but with other people, trying to do something a little different if we have a holiday shop and a holiday fair. I'm not a fan. I am a whatever the opposite of a fan is of the company tchotchkes, the company we use with all those little tchotchke things. I just think there's a better way. I think there's a better way to do a bunch of that stuff.
I like never find anything that I want to get there, and it's just I dread it. I see the catalogs, I'm like, oh god.
I don't
like
even
you have to get something.
I tell my kids I'd rather just take them to Target and give them $10 to find something for their sister or whatever.
Yeah.
So something to think about for sure. Yeah, I think that's good. So stay tuned too. We're gonna hopefully have a meeting. I don't know yet who it's gonna be. Probably be open just to PTAs in town, but with the new superintendent, to just do like a little Zoom meet and greet, and just to chat with Dr. Osunday and and hear what he's looking forward to and what he has to do. I hear all kinds of things. I hear good things. I'm excited that we have, somebody who seems who seems younger and really enthusiastic, and those are good things. So hopefully he will be an asset to us.
Let's hope.
I don't know if you guys have heard anything about him. The only thing I hear is that some teachers are wary. He's never been a teacher. He's never been a classroom teacher.
The teacher. Yeah.
Really?
Teacher. Yeah, he was a social worker though, so he did work directly with students. It's not like he never worked directly with students. He certainly did. So, sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing to have a completely different set of eyes.
Yeah, I can see where teachers are coming from on that.
And it's got to be nerve-wracking anyway, coming out of a situation that was very antagonistic, where they really were fighting for a lot of things. I'm sure that, like us, we all kind of have our hackles up a little bit, and so I'm sure that is a factor as well. And so just getting to know him and letting him get settled, I'm sure will have a big impact positively, regardless. So, all right. Have a lovely end of the year.
You too. Lots of half days ahead.
Yeah.
No, I almost wish they'd just call it for the rest of the year.
I know.
At this point, what's today? Today's Monday. So they called yesterday. Wednesday was already.
Wednesday will be your half day.
Tomorrow.
So it's Thursday, Friday, Monday. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows? Yeah. All right. Well,
All right, guys.
I'll see you guys later.
All right. Get home safe.
Bye.
Bye.